this one right here. The Mavs destroy the Kings. Anthony Davis shows up and shows out the best that he can. And I say the best that he can because I don't think he had really an Anthony Davis game. We all know what Anthony Davis can do, right? When we look at the play-in and the numbers he put up when they won the play-in the first year they had, I think it was last year or last NBA season. So we know what Anthony Davis can do. And we're yet really to see that Anthony Davis in I was about to say in Sacramento, in Dallas, we're yet to see that Anthony Davis. So, but we know what this guy can do. I think he was like 3 for 6 from the 3-point line. It's 50%, but it's too many threes for me. You know, I mean, for a center, I guess 6 threes. Wow. You know, he did his thing defensively. You know, I would like to see him get more rebounds, but we all know the center position these days, it's really hard to get rebounds, especially offensive rebounds to, you know, tack onto your rebound total. Well, the guys aren't even trying to get offensive rebounds, and they're not trying to get, you know, what you would call rebounds off a missed free throw. That's very disturbing right there when you see stuff like that. When you see the opponent shoot free throws, or no, my fault. When you see your team shoot free throws and you don't even try to get the rebound, you know, just in case it's a miss, these guys just pack it up and just run to the other end. They don't even try to get the rebound. And, you know, most of the times they don't try to get the offensive rebound unless it's late in the game to when they need it and stuff like that. It's almost like, you know, they're trying not to waste no energy because the way they're built, they're not built, you know, to grind it out. So, yeah, Anthony Davis, you know, I wouldn't say he had a great game. He had just a good enough game to where he could beat the Kings. And basically, he was going up against like 3, you know, potential all-star type of guys. All-star caliber type of guys, Sabonis, Levine, and then you had what do you call DeMar DeFrozen, right? That's what they call this guy. You know, which he had a good game. He had a good game, but this guy, I don't know, man. This guy, the problem with him, he's not a defensive stalwart. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can put up stats, but if you don't play defense, it doesn't show the impact in the overall game. So, you know, it's like LeBron James. He can put up stats, but on the defensive end, he's not going to do nothing. He's not going to do nothing. It'll look like it. Because sometimes he'll get some, you know, chase down block or something, but on ball defender, you don't get the effort. So, you know, Sabonis, this guy gets outplayed mightily by Anthony Davis, you know, just turning the ball over left and right. No blocks. I think he had like 5 turnovers and 0 blocks. What is that going to get you? I mean, what is that going to get you? Where is that going to get you? I mean, what are we talking about? No blocks as a center? And that's what I mean when we was talking about the rebounds, where these guys are basically saving their energy in really not playing no defense. I don't know why you would try to save your energy playing 0 defense with 0 blocks. As a center? Wow. And it's what we talk about when we talk about Joker. He's averaging more steals than he is blocks. I don't know. What it tells me is that these guys really aren't in the paint like that. That's what it tells me. And it also tells me that the centers aren't particularly playing back in the paint. They're not playing, you know, they're not playing like traditional centers. Put it that way. So you don't have your opponent playing with his back against you, right? His back is not against you, so it's, you know, sometimes it's hard to get blocks. Or, you know, a lot of guys are shooting threes. So, you know, a lot of times those guys aren't driving in the lane, or if they're driving in the lane, a lot of times you're not there to get the blocks because you're pulled out to the wing or, you know, out the paint by your opponent. So some of these things are hard to judge in this era, man. It's just, I mean, I guess they're trading defense for other stats. I guess you can say that, right? I don't know. But for the Sabonis thing, I don't know what they're going to do with this team. Like I said, these are like, you know, borderline all-star caliber type of guys who are making good money. You got 3 guys basically against Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is really the only all-star caliber guy for Dallas. So to me, it's no excuse that you get beat when they don't even have Kyrie on this team. Now, I'm not trying to take a poop on the Dallas Mavericks, but I mean, I'm just looking at what Sacramento has. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. When we talk about these guys come up and they're supposed to be making these max contracts or something close to a max, and you can't, Levine, Anthony Davis, and Sabonis, these guys together, I don't have their contracts in front. I wish I did. I wish I had their contracts in front of me, because I know they're not making slouch money. So just these 3 names right here, you would think, oh yeah, this should be an easy win. This should be an easy win. No, folks. And this is what I mean when I was telling you that these guys shouldn't be making this kind of money. There's no way these guys should be making. No way. And then what will happen is these guys will find a way, because of their name, to make a whole bunch of money when their contract is over. Levine, Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan, that, these guys can put up stats, but have no impact on those stats will have no impact on the game as far as winning. I'm serious. If their stats had impact on this game, then guess what? This should have been a blowout. Those 3 guys should have manhandled the Mavs. Even if Anthony Davis was doing his thing. And I think Levine had like 5 turnovers. I mean, like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? I mean, these guys need to go sit down. And truthfully, either I think they need to change the seating or change just the whole format of the play-in, because this thing is too long. It's not worth it. When these guys aren't out here doing the damn thing and at least competing. I mean, why do you have this thing? This whole thing is to what? It's to give what we think is, or what they think, are lower tier teams that's out of the playoffs a chance to make the playoffs. Well, how does that happen? Well, that happens with guys playing hard. They're hustling. They're competing. They're doing things like that. We get silly ass Ja Morant the other day in the play-in, and he's got a boo-boo again. This guy just can't stay away from the boo-boos, right? The boo-boo man always gets Ja Morant. He always has a boo-boo. And he'll probably have, remember last year he had a boo-boo in it. What was it? Was it the play-in or the playoffs? I want to say the play-in, right? He hurt his arm. We'll go get something to eat, dude. Like I said, I don't understand how these guys are walking around this skinny. This skinny, like, really? It would be embarrassing for me. Like, this is something like you come out of college and you're still skinny or whatever like that. You're trying to pack on the pounds. And then after like 3-4 seasons, whatever, you start to gain some weight. Even Michael Jordan, he was real skinny coming into the NBA, but he was cut up. Mike was cut, which means Mike was strong. You can't look at some of these guys like that, like Ja Morant. This guy is just a toothpick. Now, I know you guys are impressed by his dunks and his ups and his bunnies and, all this stuff like that, but this guy will get cooked. He will get cooked in the 80s, the 90s. Even if you look in the 2000s, these guys were big. LeBron James, he was known for having muscle, in the 2000s, but he was nothing more than another big guy. He was just big like a whole bunch of other guys were back in the, that played the small forward, the power forward, the center and stuff like that. And, he wasn't, we didn't look at him like, oh, look at he's so big. Yeah, we looked at him like he had some muscle. But as far as, the rest of the guys in the league, it was big guys in the league back then, guys. It just wasn't, LeBron James by himself being big, right? And that's why he wasn't able to go to the finals in 2009, 2010, because it was other big guys clogging up the paint. So yeah, Ja Morant, he would get swallowed back in the day. He would have to pack on some weight. I'm not trying to say he would have to be muscle bound or nothing like that, but he couldn't be like that, man. The way this guy looks to me is laughable. I will laugh in I was bigger than this guy in my 20s, 30s, for everything. This guy is a joke. This guy is a joke. I'm just saying he's a joke because I couldn't walk around like some of these guys do. Like SGA, like, really? You could really walk around like this? I don't know. It's just, you don't even have to lift weights, but you have to get something to eat. Like, I went to school with a guy who went to the NBA. Now, he wasn't skinny as John Morant. He was just, it don't look like he lifted no weights or nothing like that, but, he was just, guys ate back then. And trust me, as long as your metabolism is faster than it should be if you're playing sports, you could basically eat anything. I ate, basically, I'm not going to lie, I ate whatever I wanted until I was about 37 years old. And then I started getting a stomach. I'm being serious. I would eat McDonald's for breakfast, eat McDonald's for lunch, off the dollar menu, and then come home after work and start lifting weights and never get a stomach. Now, did it mess up my stomach? Yeah, oh yeah. In the long run, yeah, it ended up messing up my stomach as far as, my stomach wasn't feeling too good. But, nonetheless, what I'm trying to say is there's no reason for these guys to be this skinny, folks. There's absolutely no reason. It looks sick. So these guys need to get something to eat. I don't know what they're doing with all the money, but they look, to me, malnutritious. They do. A lot of them. And as a star player, I don't know. As a star, period, I couldn't, walk around like a bag of bones, and think a woman would think that's sexy. That I'm bringing her a bag of bones. I'm sorry, man. Do they really have trainers today? They got trainers or what? I mean, the trainers back in the day would put you in the damn weight room. I'm not sure what these trainers today do. I guess they put them on the total machine, I guess. Oh, goodness. So, I don't know. So do the Kings get another chance? I really don't care. After that debacle, they really shouldn't even get another chance. I mean, I just had the Mavs losing. And as long as they played, with effort, they was okay with me. That's all I want. Is basically, I just want effort. Play with effort and I'm okay. It don't matter if you lose. And that's the thing with the playing. I was just talking about, like, they did this play-in to give these guys a chance. So, to me, if it keeps going like it's going, and these teams getting blown out like this, to me, they got to get rid of this play-in. They got to get rid of it because otherwise it's meaningless. It's meaningless. I'm not going to try to say it wasn't blowouts back in the day, but it's just a difference between a blowout, a team getting the best of you, and, you actually trying, but you're missing shots. You look at some of those games, when the Bulls played, the Jazz in the finals, and, the LeBron fans will say, oh, look at this game, man, they got blown out by 30. That's just how it is sometimes. Your shot won't go down. But, those guys back then, they try to at least get the effort. That's the difference between today and back then. Now, the Miami Heat, I call the Beach Boys, because when you look at their start lineup, they don't look like NBA players to me. They look like some guys that they just got off of the beach, off of South Beach, and throwing the ball and said, let's play. I mean, who are these guys? It wouldn't be surprising to me if these guys went all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals off of effort. And this is what we talk about when we talk about effort in this game. That's what you're going to get out of Miami. They don't have the star power on this team, but they got effort. A lot of these guys in this era, they feel they don't have to give the effort. As long as they can put up some stats, they don't have to play. They don't have to give no effort. And this is what you get from Miami. And I mean, this is crazy. They beat up on the Bulls like this. I mean, the Bulls. Wow. I think, I don't know if you're shocked, but I'm kind of shocked because, the Bulls, they've been playing good. They've been playing good. So I think a lot of people shocked, and they beat up on them in Chicago. So I think a lot of people's like, wow. So I don't know. Watch out for the Heat, guys. I mean, watch out for the Heat. I thought we would have to watch out for the Bulls, but I guess not. Watch out for the Heat. Oof. It's getting closer to that playoff Saturday. And boy, I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, I know the first game ain't gonna determine the entire playoffs, but boy, we better see some effort out of these guys. And I think Friday, I'm gonna tell you who's gonna win these series. But we just want to see some effort. We just want to see some effort. That's all we want to see.